discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
Hello and welcome to the News Hour. I am Jovi Ofiene. In the news, Nigeria blocks crypto. From users unable to purchase these cryptocurrency websites, although no timeline has been provided for the restrictions implementation. This move follows speculations that the government seeks to prevent further manipulation of the foreign exchange market, with Binance spot rates previously hovering around 1,850 naira per dollar before the blockage. Still in Nigeria, the Nigerian police force plans to reconsider the ban on tinted glass permits originally implemented in June 2022 for national security reasons. The decision to leave the ban comes with a set of rigorous measures, including a training program for police officers, enhanced security features like QR codes and digital holograms for permits, and a commitment to strict legal compliance. The goal is to prevent misuse of tinted glasses for criminal activities while ensuring a balance between public safety and individual rights. The Nigerian government has announced plans to reinstate direct cash transfers to Nigerians' poorest and most vulnerable citizens as a response to widespread hardship caused by the increasing prices of goods and ongoing currency depreciation. With approximately 3 million beneficiaries currently, the government aims to extend assistance to an additional 12 million households, totaling about 15 million, to address the rise in living costs. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Wale Edun, reviewed this initiative during a ministry retreat in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. He revealed that a presidential panel on social investment program is set to meet with the president to recommend restarting the direct payment, emphasizing the urgency to reduce the suffering. And earlier today, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, had a media chat with a group of members of the pressmen at the Lagos State Government House, Marina Lagos in a program titled Sanwo-Olu Speaks, outlining his administration's plans to address the state's economic challenges. During the discussion, which featured prominent media figures like Reuben Abati, Shola Kosoko, Babajide Otitoloju, and Jeffrey Uzoma, Sanwo-Olu addressed the challenges of governing Lagos State, Africa's largest economy, highlighting the impact of events like the NSAS protests. Despite these obstacles, he emphasized the administration's accomplishments and vision for Lagos as a mega city. The governor spoke about the current hardship and outlined initiatives to enhance safety and preparedness, including food distribution and measures for food sufficiency, hybrid work arrangements for civil servants, plans for retirees' benefits, and health services.
On the health sector, right, we also realize that so some people's their problem is not the Gary or the right. There's some problem. I mean, I told you a woman gave birth on the road yesterday. Why should that, be a case? Because it could be pressure, right? So immediately, where all our 31 general hospitals will be given free child delivery, either doing normal birth or cesarean birth, we will take up the cost so that we reduce the pressure, on our people almost immediately. We are also working with them to reduce the cost of some particular types of drugs, hypertension, diabetes, and we can give a rebate at our hospitals. We can give a rebate. So we don't want that to be thrown out, So we're planning to give, to work that with the hospital and give, a rebate on that. That's number 2. Number 3 is that our 6 health districts, we have 6, we are the only ones that have that in the country, by the way. We have 6 health districts, which are headed by permanent secretary. Over the next 3 months, they will be doing what we call the health mission, twice a week. On an health mission, they'll put up the canopy, doctors will be there, nurses will be there. People will just come in, about 1,000 people, 2,000 people will come and get a health check. Maybe you're diabetic, you're hypertensive, they check your blood pressure, and they will give you medicines, based on what it is that they realize, is wrong with them.
Also, the governor emphasized the importance of additional transport support for school students and measures which would enable parents to take their wards back to school without constraints.
Let's get parents to bring their pupils back to school without necessarily needing that burden. That's on the education sector, to enter, and to ensure that they can bring, their kids, back to school. So you can see that, we're cutting the interventions, across various sectors. We're cutting it in health, in education, in transportation, in agriculture. So we believe that in one form or the other, you will have succor. You will have something that you can take back, and you see that this government is working with you.
Additionally, the governor discussed ongoing projects like the Blue Rail and plans for electricity regulation. He reassured the public about the responsible borrowing for development projects, emphasizing accountability and long-term economic growth. He pressed more on local solutions and stakeholder collaboration, advocating for urban farming and targeted interventions for vulnerable populations. He expressed gratitude for the opportunity to serve and urged unity and resilience in overcoming challenges. He encouraged the public participation in governance and affirmed his commitment to building a better Lagos through collective efforts. A recent report from the National Bureau of Statistics reveals a notable reduction of about 1 billion liters in Nigeria's monthly petrol import after President Bola Tinubu removed the fuel subsidy in June. The report outlines the decline in import quantities from January to August 2023, with June marking the first post-subsidy month and a significant drop in petrol imports. The move to eliminate the subsidy had a cascading effect on imports, numbers reaching over 1 billion liter reduction in August. The report also highlights the absence of local premium motor spirit (PMS) production in 2021-2022 and the first half of 2023. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company remains the sole fuel importer, emphasizing the impact of subsidy removal on the country's petrol import dynamics. The federal government has commended for honoring
My name is Yinka Babalola.
My name is Ijoma Pelokoro.
My name is Joshua Hassan.
I am Rotarian or Mosunde Lawson.
It's Ife Rita Ejeze. My friends call me Ife.
My name is Rotarian Lola Dare.
I'm inviting you to keep watching Souq News. It's the right station to tune to.
I like Souq News. Souq News is good.
I want to charge you all to listen to Souq News, watch the news.
You can have unlimited news first time.
Find Souq News. Be with Souq News. Never switch off. You are better for it. Souq News is the real thing.
Listen to their coverage and you'll be glad you did.
Turn to your YouTube, turn to your Instagram, turn to all your digital channels and look for Souq News.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Please, guys, keep watching
Souq News.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to Souq News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
Welcome. The federal government has been commended for honoring and rewarding the country's senior football team, the Super Eagles, after coming second at the recently concluded African Cup of Nations held in Ivory Coast. The President General of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club, Dr. Rafiu Oladipo, stated that although the team played very well in the first 6 matches, it did not rise up to the occasion at the final match, where they were lukewarm and performed below expectation.
We played 7 matches, we won 6 and lost the final. However, we all expected that the Super Eagles would have won the trophy, but it never happened. For me, I want to thank the Super Eagles for making us proud and happy. The government did very well for the Super Eagles, showering them with a lot of gifts, national awards, gift of lands, and flats in Abuja, which was something good. Even if they won the cup, I don't think the federal government would have done much more than that. So government, I want to praise them for appreciating the Super Eagles. But there was something missing. What was missing is that government is yet to appreciate those guys, the most patriotic people when it comes to football, the unsung heroes of Nigeria's football, that is members of the supporters club. People who paid their ways, traveled by road 3-4 days to Cote d'Ivoire, risked their lives to be part of those matches, and they were staying in uncomfortable situations over there. So, if these people, the unsung heroes of Nigeria's football, have done so much for football during this AFCON 2023, and this is what we have been doing the last 67 years, one would have expected the federal government to take a look and say, let us say a word of thank you to the members of the supporters club. That is yet to be done, and I expect them to do something very soon for the supporters club, so that we can continue to give our best to our country by way of supporting our national teams.
Away from Nigeria but still in Africa, the Somalia's parliament greenlights a 10-year defense agreement with Turkey, signaling a strategic move to enhance maritime security. Turkey will provide arms, training, and deploy its navy in Somalia waters, addressing concerns over terrorism, piracy, and illegal activities. This collaboration gains significance amid tensions with Ethiopia over its deal with Somaliland. The pact not only strengthens Somalia's defense capabilities, but also highlights Turkey's growing influence in the region, promising stability and economic development. The international community keenly observed these developments amid shifting dynamics in the Horn of Africa. The chairman of South Africa's power company, Eskom, says the sector will require increased private sector investment as the company implements structural reforms and builds critical new infrastructure. According to the company, private sector involvement in the power sector is a politically sensitive subject as South Africa prepares for election in May, and as such, state-owned Eskom will now be moving towards privatization. The chairman of the board, Nseto Iyeti, noted that private sector participation is needed, but the asset is going to end up with the government. South Africa, which is one of Africa's most industrialized nations, is going through its worst power crisis on record, necessitating daily scheduled blackouts that have disrupted economic activities and crippled growth as Eskom battles to keep its aging fleet of coal-fired power plants operational. As part of efforts to control the rising debt levels, South African government is set to tap into its contingency reserves held at the central bank. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana, while presenting the 2024 budget in Cape Town, announced the decision to draw down $8 billion over 3 years from the Gold and Foreign Exchange Contingency Reserve accounts. Despite concerns, he assured South Africans that this move will not endanger the central bank's solvency and would still maintain adequate support to absorb exchange rate changes. Treasury officials highlighted the robust balance of these reserves exceeding 500 billion rand, ensuring sufficient coverage for potential reserve losses. This strategy aimed at reducing reliance of expensive borrowing received positive reception from investors, reflected in a modest strengthening of the rand and the country's sovereign dollar bonds. Moving on, Ivory Coast Cashew Industry Group has urged the government to extend a subsidy agreement featuring financial collapse if the sector does not receive assistance, as recent data revealed that only 22% of the country's cashew nut output was processed domestically in 2023. The group, representing the processors capable of handling 41,000 metric tons yearly, made the appeal in a letter to the government that seek the continuation of a deal ensuring raw cashew nut supplies of up to 20% of their processing capability each season. As the 2024 processing season approaches, the group warns of imminent bankruptcy without governmental support, emphasizing the necessity of renewing the agreement for the next 4 years. Meanwhile, Agriculture Minister Kubana Kowasi Ajunami disclosed plans for increased cashew nut output this year, highlighting the need for domestic processing to address the persistently low local processing rates. We go on a short break, and when we return, the news continues.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress. Welcome to Souq News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
My name is Dr. Rafiu Oladipo.
My name is Baba Jalal Repega.
I'm Reverend Juliet Benite.
I'm Godio Didi.
My name is Professor Oladokun Sulaiman Olarawaju.
Souq News is on the ground, loading.
Very enlightening, very educative, and entertaining.
Thank you to Souq News.
So I'm happy that Souq TV has come into existence.
I'm happy to be here in the Souq News.
I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and keep watching news that makes sense.
As Browning said, one's extension of one's reach should not exceed one's grasp, or what is heaven for. And I think Souq News is doing that.
Africa needs a voice of truth, and Souq News has become one of them. And get ready, get ready, get ready.
And keep watching.
Keep watching Souq News.
Keep watching Souq News. It's a place to be.
Keep watching Souq News.
Welcome. Burkina Faso military junta has announced an immediate suspension of export permits for artisan and semi-mechanized gold and other precious commodities, citing the need to overhaul the sector and improve its regulation. The statement released emphasized government's aim to enhance the organization of gold and precious substance markets, although it did not specify the duration of the suspension. Mining groups with exportable materials are instructed to engage with the National Society for Precious Commodities for compensation. Gold makes up the country's primary exports, contributing 37% of total export in 2020 and serves as a major employment source. However, challenges such as Islamist insurgency and political instability have prevented exploration efforts, leading to reduced gold output and mine closures. The artisanal mining sector in Burkina Faso involves approximately 1 million individuals and contributes to the extraction of 10 to 30 tons of gold yearly. Social media platform Reddit has entered into an agreement worth around $60 million yearly with Google to provide its content for training the tech giant's artificial intelligence models. This deal signifies Reddit's move to generate additional revenue as it prepares for a highly anticipated stock market debut amid strong competition for advertising revenues from platforms like TikTok and Meta's Facebook. According to reports, this collaboration marks Reddit's first reported deal with a major AI company as it seeks to capitalize on its vast user-generated content. The San Francisco-based platform, valued at approximately $10 billion in 2021, is set to file for its initial public offering (IPO) this week, offering potential investors insight into its financials for the first time. If successful, Reddit's IPO will be the first major social media company to go public since Pinterest's IPO in 2019. With the spread of AI model development, partnerships between content owners and tech firms like Google aim to diversify training data a bit amid potential copyright concerns raised by content creators regarding unauthorized use of their content. Moving on. Google has temporarily stopped its Gemini AI model image generation due to inaccuracy in historical depictions. The pause comes after users on social media flagged problems with the model, impacting Google's efforts to compete with rivals OpenAI and Microsoft Gemini. Gemini, launched earlier this month, faced criticism for returning historically inaccurate images. Google acknowledges the issue and is actively working to improve accuracy, emphasizing the complexity of historical contents. Despite setback, the company is committed to refining the AI model. This incident follows Google's past challenges with AI chatbot Bard. Away from that, Stellantis has announced plans to commence production of medium-sized electric vans at its Luton plant in England by 2025. This move provides stability to the factory, which has a 92-year history of van production. The lineup will include 5 electric models such as Volta, Vivaro Electric, and Peugeot E-Experts. The plant will also continue producing combustion engine models. The decision agrees with a push for electric vehicle adoption amid the EU's combustion engine ban by 2035. Stellantis' investment shows confidence in the UK economy, echoing recent commitment from other automakers. However, industry leaders stress the need for government support to increase electric vehicle demand for a sustainable transition. Away to the Middle East, Emirates Airline is set to launch daily service connecting Dubai and Bogota via Miami, offering premium travel experiences. The move establishes the first ever link between the Middle East and Northern South America, expanding Emirates' South American network to 4 gateways. The Boeing 777-300EI flight starts June 3rd, cater to growing demand, providing convenient connections and cargo capacity for Colombian exports. And in a bid to stimulate investment and bolster its space ambition following recent successes, India has eased regulation to permit 100% foreign direct investment in the space sector. The policy revision is anticipated to enhance job opportunities and facilitate the establishment of manufacturing facilities within the country, as stated by the government. The Director General of the Indian Space Association, ACBAT, noted that this move will grant India access to cutting-edge technology and a much-needed capability from both domestic and international investors. With Prime Minister Narendra Modi's backing, India has already privatized space launches and is striving for a substantial increase in its share of the global launch market, projected to reach $47.3 billion by 2032, despite currently contributing just 2% to the overall space economy. Information Technology Minister Ashwani Vaishnaw has expressed India's ambition to attract $100 billion in annual FDI in the coming years, with the country already witnessing significant inflows totaling $33 billion in the first half of the current financial year. And that's all there is for now. And that's all there is on News Hour. Do well to follow us on all social media platforms at Souq News TV. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I am Juvi Ofiene. Many thanks for watching.